guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another best shot stories today. Today I get the privilege again to present you Mike Lassie. I've played with Mikey for the last 10 years or so in Arizona, and he's an excellent golfer. If you haven't seen the recent Maricopa Open, go to the Disc Golf Guys channel and check that out and watch Mikey shred. Mikey, we've played a lot of golf, and we've been to Morley. We've played team golf.
Yeah.
And I've always over the years looked up to the shots that you've been able to throw. And I think you might, if I ever get one of these for myself, you're probably in it. Because just for chain of shots, I'm gonna give one just for fun. Is one of my favorite consecutive shots in a row, I guess, because this is not going to be my best shots ever, I suppose, but consecutive shots would be probably about the 2014 or 15 Top of the Pines up in Pine Top. Tristan Covington were battling for the win, and I think I had like two sticks, and we had hole 17, which is 530 feet. Then we had the par 5 that we had extended out to a dog leg, and that was near 1,000 feet. I'm sorry to bring that part up. This is where I win. but the three, I think it was 3 shots.
Yeah. I think it was a 3-stroke.
And then you pulled up that whatever that blue disc was, and you threw 30 feet past the basket on 17, which is 530 feet. So you threw a 560-foot shot, canned the putt. We got to the par 5. You threw another 500-foot shot around the corner, which on the long dog leg, you had to at least throw 450 to beat the dog leg. And
it gets all skinny there.
You get skinny, and you threw 500 feet there, and then you threw about another 480-foot shot to about 25 feet.
It was inside the circle.
Where Tristan and I were battling, like where we were tied, and then we threw it out of bounds, and then got down to the end, and you had a spit out off to the right, and but those 3 consecutive shots still are one of my stories that I just tell people, because those were absolutely, to me, just to back to back consistently pound us in the face was so cool. But so to your part of the story, what is possibly one of the best shots you've ever seen? Now you've been playing forever.
I don't know. It's been years. We used to play in El Conquistador in Tucson. Up there was a 9-hole ball golf course around a hotel, and we'd go there every year. And it was me, Mike Downs, Barley, and Dan Ginley. And Dano was just way out in front of us, probably 5-6 strokes, or maybe more, 7 or 8. And me and Barley and Mike were just battling, like right there, and we go up and we're giving Dano a hard time, and this hole, it had to have been 5+. It was a big hole, bunch of trees in the way. We were throwing hyzers to about 100 feet short of it and getting our 3, and Dan was like, I think I'm just going to throw a roller. And I'm like, what? And the roller, like, when it goes down, they want to go off to the right. He freaking Dairy Queened this thing right around the pin, and then just looked like at us and was like, I forget what he was, he's like, all right, well, we'll see you guys on the next one. And I was like, it was so ridiculous how good he was compared to all of us back then. It was always fun to play with him.
Awesome.
If you won, if you got second place, you won. to Dano, it was like that for.
He's super dominant. And now he's just hanging out and doing his thing. And he's actually one that I really want to get on here very soon. I've talked to him about getting on here and doing this, and I can't imagine. I think we could probably sit down for an hour with his stories, because he never stops talking.
I love his stories. Yeah, that's one of my favorite thing about going to team, was being able to listen to a bunch of those, like the camaraderie and being able to be part of that.
All those stories, yeah. Okay, so the next part is I typically have a bank every year of my best shots of the year. So instead of getting angry about the things that I've missed or whatever, I typically just kind of make a bank of the best shots that I've thrown year by year, and I tend to forget them over time. But what is one of the best shots that you've ever thrown? And it does, it can be situational. It can be just whatever one you think, man, that shot right there was like.
final round putts make a big difference, shaking people up when there's only a couple of holes left. Like the very first hole of, I don't know, the Jerry, it was years ago. It was probably 5 years ago or so. And I had a good lead. I had like a 5-stroke lead. And it was you and RJ, and there was a couple other guys on the lead card. And you guys all parked hole 1, and I hit an early tree, and I was down the hill. You know, I was probably looking about, probably 40 feet up.
But you were at least probably 40 out.
Well,
yeah, for sure.
The putt was probably like 70 feet, but the elevation.
But the elevation's way down there.
Yeah, and so they were all. You could hear them up there talking. All right, we're gonna get one on them, and I just smashed that putt and kind of set the.
I remember
it
that.
set the mood for the round. And I just kind of cruised through. And
yeah,
with
that was one of those years that you just absolutely dominated that course. For those that don't know, the Jerry is a once-a-year tournament that happens up in the mountains out near Flagstaff. Out near this place called Stoneman Lake, and it's a temp course that's been there for, what are we looking, 25 years or more?
It was 25 years, or 26 years now, I guess.
Yeah, and so this course is one of the best courses in the state when it's set up, and it's got par 4s, it's got long elevation, uphill, downhill, and so hole 1 that he's talking about, you just start off and you're teeing up this hill, and it's about a 50 feet of elevation to the basket. Probably maybe
so, yeah.
And you've got to throw, and it's a 350 foot shot or something, but to get up there you've got to flip this shot, and boy, you want to get that one, or you don't want nobody to get it, because it does set the tone. And we all parked it, but how many times have you won the Jerry, do you remember?
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
All right, so
some of my biggest wins, like I've got an A-tier win, and this past weekend getting second was really big, but as far as my biggest career wins, they feel like it's been the Jerry.
For sure. Like when I list like my best wins, I've had quite a few now, but like
you've won the Jerry.
I've won the Jerry twice.
Yeah, awesome.
And in the big boy division,
we had a playoff. One
yeah.
year. I mean, really, we've had some battles, buddy.
Some of my favorite battles have been there, and those have been like, even though it's an unsanctioned for Arizona and for people that have been in Arizona a long time and understand what that tournament means to us. That is like, you win the Jerry, you've kind of set yourself in stone for, I'm around, guys. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
And I know that you always show up to that place just ready to fillet shots.
Yeah, I mean, $1,300 for first. You know, I mean,
yeah, especially when every other tournament, for years have been, $400.
Yeah, $5 or something. Yeah.
But though I think the year you're talking about, I missed quite a few putts down the stretch. And
we were tied after the first round that year, and then I got you the second round, and then we shot like basically the same.
Yeah, so but you had that length out in front that I just couldn't make up.
Cushion.
But I remember going like, oh man. And so my whole next year, the only thing that was in my thought was, I'm gonna win Jerry. I'm gonna win Jerry this year.
You did it.
Like, and I remember just going like, because that was the year that the payout jumped to
Ryan made
to 1,000
right there,
as opposed to okay, so I got second, I got $400, Mikey's gonna get 6. Okay, well, great. And then it was like $400, and then Mikey got $1,300, and I was like,
crazy. Yeah.
And it hit me, and I thought, I'm not gonna miss putts like that ever again.
Yep.
And so like every putt that I putted that year, the next year, because I think I won it the next year, was, are you going to putt this for $1,000? Or are you going to just not care?
The focus matters. If you break it down and really get into your head, it can hurt you or it can really help you. It just depends on how you go about it.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, Mikey. Everybody, thank you for chiming in. Chime in below in the comments. Thank you for watching. This is Mike Lassie. He's from Flagstaff, Arizona. Hopefully, we get to see you out there a lot more.
Yep.
And smashing some putts and throwing some good drives. Thank you for being on here, Mikey.
Appreciate it, bro.
Have a good one, bud.
Yeah. Right on, man.